It's the Seattle Mariners and the Los Angeles Angels. Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Siggy.
Man, it's been fun so far, Boog, that's for sure. After splitting the first two, Game 3 takes on even more meaning than usual. You don't want to be the team that drops this one and then be faced with having to win 2 games in a row in order to take the series. That's tough.
And the pressure on the starting pitchers is big in this one. Each of them is being counted on to come through with a quality performance, hoping to save some of that bullpen for really critical games coming up. It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3, and we'll be back in a minute to get it started. Just about set to go now. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Sandy Alcantara. What's the scouting report on him?
He's someone you can rely on to provide quality innings in almost every one of his starts, Boog. He knows how to command the mound. His stuff is good, and sometimes it's even better than good. If he gets off to a fast start, look out. It could be a tough day for this lineup.
Close, but called a ball. 2-1.
It's just the third pitch of the night, and already a little question on the strike zone of the umpire in this one.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Bo Bichette up to the dish. One down, base is empty. And that one is downstairs. And it's 2-1.
1 strike.
And a foul ball. That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. Now batting Tristan Casas. Pitch misses inside, and a count 2-1. Man at first, one away. Towards first, leaps, and he's got it. There's one. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Now the Angels will get their first crack at it. No score. Back in Anaheim. And towing the slab here, Hiroki Nakamura.
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
And that's way high. 2-2.
Well, when you come off a tough 1-run loss in the postseason, you'll be looking back at the opportunities that you missed in the previous game and make sure that you don't miss them in this one.
Got him swinging.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Stepping in, Austin Wells. That missed by a lot. 2-1. One out, base is empty. That one finds the corner, and the count is even, 2-2.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And now it's Mark Vientos. That misses. Ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Kicks and fires. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Goes down looking.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
At the plate, Christian Encarnacion Strand.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a 1-2. Swings and misses. That K is his 3rd of the game. Angels leave 1. We played an inning. No score. Third game of the division series. And stepping in for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez. Outside low, and the count is 3-1. Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few. James Wood up next for the Mariners. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boog, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner.
Runner takes off. Called strike 3. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Castilla now at the plate. Move to second. Rodriguez dives back in safely. 1 out, and a runner at second here in Game 3 of this American League Division Series. Swing and a ground ball. Moore sends it to first. That's it out. Here's Jose Ramirez. Ramirez matched a homer in his last game. 2 outs. Line drive, base hit. In comes the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Mariners.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate. Ramirez, the runner at first with 2 gone. Runner on the go. That to right. Kaplan pulls that one down, and that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the 2nd. Here's the left fielder, Nate Fukudome.
He's got a nice, short, compact swing. Doesn't swing and miss a whole lot.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Robles makes the grab, 1 away. And And next for the Angels, James Kaplan. One of the best in the game against right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, that's another story. Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive. Way back there. Boom. And it ties it up. It's 1-1.
He just sent a jolt of electricity into this stadium with that swing. Velocity up and in is just such a difficult location for the hitter, but this time he pulls the hands tight to the body, gets through this pitch. What conviction in that swing. Awesome job at the plate.
Christian Moore, the next to hit for the Angels. Gets under and pops it up. Torres. 2 away. This is Willie Castro. Struck him out looking. Angels draw even on this solo homer. All even at 1 apiece. This is the American League Division Series on the show. And we're back onto the 3rd inning. And here's the catcher, Harry Ford. And a 1-1. And that one hit to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Back to the top of the lineup. And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. One down, base is empty. That one finds the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Over to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd. And the batter will be the shortstop, Bo Bichette. Tied up here in the early going. The shortstop takes the ball. Pitch misses, and that's ball 3. Tristan Casas to bat next. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or an into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
2 outs. That one ripped. That's back there. And it one-hops the wall. Rounds 3rd, headed for the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Back here at Angel Stadium as we go to the last of the 3rd. And now the DH, Mike Trout, in there at the knees. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And now here is Justin Hubbard. Next offering upstairs.
2-2 to count.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the 3rd. And the Angels are gone in order. Score remains deadlocked at 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. The next pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
Well, these Mariners doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense. Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Go ahead run on base. Now the left fielder, James Wood. And that's in there at the knees.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Next is the designated hitter, Fernando Castilla.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Next one misses. 3-1. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in. Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. Pitch is in there. And now it's 3-2.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
And they're all loaded up.
He just hasn't had great command of his pitches in this one. Definitely more walks than you'd like to see.
So bases all loaded up. Torres will hit next. Gleyber gets a piece. 1-2. Bases loaded, 1 away. Here in Game 3 of this American League Division Series. Hit in the air, left field. Fukudome drops into the glove. Runner tags from 3rd. He'll score on the sac fly. They take the lead. It's 2-1.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at 3rd, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Now the Mariners catcher, Harry Ford. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2 on, 2 outs. Way out front for strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split-finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
That's outside, and it's 3-2. Victor Robles up next for the Mariners. And that'll load the bases.
Well, he's been in a very giving mood today.
So the lineup flips over. Victor Robles up next for the Mariners. Castilla, the runner at third. Ramirez at second. Ford at first. 2 out of the inning. Right through there for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Dennis Hunter, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Bubic getting cranked up as well. And a swing and a miss. Good job at damage control right there. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. And midway in the fourth, it's the Mariners 2 and the Angels 1. Back in Anaheim, bottom of the fourth. So in now for the Angels, Mark Vientos. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Throw to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Christian Encarnacion Strand. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. One down, base is empty. That's off the inside corner. Full count now.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Now here is Nate Fukudome. 2 out, space is empty. Next pitch downstairs, and a count 2-1.
Nope, outside.
Kaplan would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Line drive. And that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 4. It's the Mariners 2 and the Angels 1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. The 1-1 is fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And down on strikes he goes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. James Wood getting ready to hit. The 1-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Rodriguez leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two outs. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Kaplan raging back towards the wall. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Mariners 2 and the Angels 1. And we're back. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, James Kaplan. And that's in for a strike.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Not close with that one. And the count is 2-2.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Christian Moore in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make the call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
And next for L.A., Christian Moore. Swing and a miss.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Torres. He's got it. And there's 1 away. And next for the Angels, Willie Castro. The shortstop takes a ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive. Way back there. Boom. He'll circle the bases, and now they're out front. It's 3-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
Here's Trout. There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Rodriguez under it. 2 away down. So the batting order turns over. Digging in, Justin Hubbard. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And it is 2-1. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Troy Taylor, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Lee warming up as well. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss there.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
2-2 now.
He goes down looking. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show. We're back, and they make a change to start the sixth. The new pitcher, Joe Jimenez.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Well, one-run game. And now for Seattle, Fernando Castilla. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Inside, just missed.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
2-2. Down the line, and it's foul. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
When you go that deep into it at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
No outs, runner at first. Jose Ramirez up next for the Mariners. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in Game 3 of this American League Division Series. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
In the dirt. In there safely. And now a man into scoring position.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. Here is Gleyber Torres.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
On the ground at first. Nice grab. And they get the out.
First of all, that's a great diving stop to keep the ball on the infield. Then he's able to get up and get an out. He also keeps that runner from advancing any further. If that ball gets through, the complexion of this inning could be drastically different.
Here's the speedy catcher, Harry Ford. 2 outs. Swing and a miss and a slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Ford beats it to the bag and reaches on the strikeout. So he's able to reach first base despite the strikeout, and that extends the inning. Kind of a tough turn of events for the defense there.
Yeah, it's maybe a little bit of a morale killer. For a second, you think you're about to go hit, but really quickly you have to refocus and be ready for the next play. We'll see if they can work around it.
Here's Victor Robles. That one down the line, and foul ball. Two on, 2 outs. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Good job to fight that one off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Ripped on the ground to second. Third out. 2 left on. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Angels 3 and the Mariners 2. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Troy Taylor.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's the Angels catcher, Austin Wells. That misses the zone, and that's ball 3.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
That one pushed to the left and foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Man at first, now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
And now the first baseman, Christian Encarnacion Strand. Wells at first, one gone. And that misses. 2-1. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Aaron Bummer, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
One-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And that one gets past the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Number 15.
Nate Fukudome, the next to hit for the Angels. Two outs and one in scoring position. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
On the ground, just fair for a base hit. Headed for the plate. Can't glove it cleanly. He'll score. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And now the right fielder, James Kaplan. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. The run comes in from second, and they're up by 3.
That's 2 consecutive extra base hits for this team. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Christian Moore, the next to hit for the Angels. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 6-2.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Troy Taylor won't go any further. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Dylan Lee. Now it's the shortstop, Willie Castro. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
And that one in the air center field. Rodriguez makes the catch, and that ends the inning. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On to the 7th now in Game 3. It's the Angels 6 and the Mariners 2. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Sam Bachman.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Action in the Angels bullpen. Dennis Hunter up and loosening in the pen. Ashby also throwing. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Kaplan makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Tristan Casas digs in now. The Angels leading by 4 here in the late stages of Game 3. Just missed. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. And they close the gap. It's 6-3.
Things might get pretty interesting if they keep connecting on pitches like that. That one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And up next for Seattle, James Wood. Here's a 1-1. Pulls that one foul. Rodriguez over at first with one away. And now it's 1-2. Fastball is outside.
Didn't get the result he wanted, but that's a nice pitch right there.
And that one hammered. And that is gone. It's their second home run of the inning. So the Angels turn to their bullpen for a new pitcher, Brian Abreu.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Looking to get the tying run on base. That one misses, and that's ball 3. And the tying run is on base.
Oh, good day for the on-base percentage right there. Walk number 3, and the free bags keep on coming. You down with OBP, Boo?
Man at first with one gone. Jose Ramirez, the next to hit. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. With the tying run on at first, here in the top half of inning number 7. Fouls it off, still 1-2. To short, could be 2. Castro sends it to first, and Ramirez is set down.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Here's Gleyber Torres. Gleyber gets a piece, 1-2. So the tying run at second, and a slider misses down and away. Next pitch is downstairs. Harry Ford in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Man at second, and ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Brian Abreu out of the game, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. Aaron Ashby on the pitch out of the pen here.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Throw pulls him off the bag at first. Everybody's safe. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Bases full. And stepping in for the Mariners, Victor Robles. That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 2. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one down. Justin Hubbard will hit next. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swings through that one for strike two. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, he froze him with the changeup right there, and I think he was so geared up for fastball. Once he recognized that it was off speed, he just wasn't able to make an adjustment. So a really good strikeout, and pitcher just won the battle.
That one outside. And a count 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
On the ground. Torres handles. Fires over to first. Angels retired 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 8th inning coming up. Back here at Angel Stadium for the top of the 8th. And now for Seattle. Bo Bichette. That's to third, but that rolls foul. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down one. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Tristan Casas now at the plate. That one missed.
One strike.
And there's a ball. Julio Rodriguez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
The count is full.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Unafraid to throw it right there. That's trusting your stuff. Just one out away from getting out of a huge jam.
And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez. And now 2-1. Outside with a breaking ball. James Wood in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That's hard hit on the line. Hubbard breaks it in for the third out. Nobody left for Seattle. Still a tight ball game. It's 6-5. Cole Winn will take over here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Three, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Mark Vientos getting ready to hit. And that one misses up and in. And it's 2-1. And that is out of play. Two down. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Christian Encarnacion Strand, the next to hit for the Angels. Vientos on at first, nobody out. And now 1-2.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Up and in. That's ball 2. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Colin Snyder, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Bummer getting loose as well. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and he's gone for the 4th time tonight.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
So in now for the Angels, Nate Fukudome. The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there. Boom. That's worth the price of admission. It's 8-5. That one just sounded different.
Yeah, it might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And now, James Kaplan. Tap foul at the plate. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
2 down, nobody on. Good eye in that spot. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Ford down to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. 2-run shot for the Angels this inning. Last chance coming up for the Mariners. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Ben Joyce.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Here's the left fielder, James Wood. That one the other way, and foul ball.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Ball. 2-2 to count.
Now this is in the air down the line. Fukudome on his way over. Makes the catch up against the wall in foul territory. Fernando Castilla, the next to hit. Next offering is fouled back. upstairs. And the count's even at 2. The Mariners trailing by 3 here in Game 3 of this American League Division Series. Struck him out looking. And they're down to their last out. Jose Ramirez up next for the Mariners. Next offering is in for a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
When you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up, anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
And this one ends with the score 8-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long